This video was brought to you by the ILC. Hello there once again, welcome to episode 27. In our last episode we had you graph a polynomial function. This time we're going to do it the other way around. We're going to give you a graph and you have to find what the equation is. Let's have a look. Alright, so here's our graph. I've marked down all of the x-intercepts here and the y-intercept here. The first thing we need to do is check the x-intercepts. Those formed the basis for our equation last time. So let's do that again. So alright, our first intercept is at -1. So we're going to start with x equals -1. Our next one is at 1. Let's write that one down too. And another one at 4. Now what we're going to do is rearrange this equation here. Let's just add the 1 to the other side. So we'll have x plus 1 equals 0. Do the same thing over here. We'll subtract 1 to the other side. X minus 1 equals 0. And then subtract 4 to the other side. X minus 4 equals 0. Last time we also covered how the way in which they touch the x-axis changes the power. So let's make a note of that as well. Well, our first intercept at -1 touches but does not cross. And our second one at 1 also touches but does not cross. And then our 4 crosses straight through. Alright, and if you remember from our previous episode, if you touch but don't cross, that's second power. But if you cross directly, that's first power. So with that in mind, we can start assembling our equation. We're going to start with y equals. We have no idea what the leading coefficient is yet, so we're just going to put an a for that. We'll figure that out in the next step. Now we'll write down our pieces. Our first piece is going to be x plus 1 raised to the second power times x minus 1 also raised to the second power times x minus 4 raised to the first power. That's going to be the framework for our equation, and it's actually almost finished now. All we have to do now is find a. That will be our second step. Alright, so the only piece of information that we have not used yet is the y-intercept up here, where x is 0 and y is 2. So to find a, we're going to have to rewrite our equation, but we're going to let x equal 0 and y equal 2. Let's go ahead and try that. So instead of saying y, I'll say 2 equals a times, and then instead of x, I'll say 0 plus 1 to the second power times 0 minus 1 to the second power times 0 minus 4 to the first power. Let's just do the algebra. 1 squared is 1. -1 squared is still 1. Times -4 to the first is -4. Still times a, and still equals 2. If we simplify, we'll have 2 equals -4a. And then if we simplify a little bit further, we just divide both sides by -4. We'll have -2/4 equals a, which is the same thing as -1/2. So to finish the equation, let's just take out that a, and instead of saying a, we're going to say -1/2. And now the equation is complete. This will be your final answer. And that's all there is. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next episode.